Hey guys, Marakameron here, and welcome to the first ever episode of Project Minimal. Today I'm going to be talking about why you should always just say no to fast fashion. So let's start with the basics. What even is fast fashion anyway? So essentially, fast fashion is your favorite place to shop. I'm talking about H&M, Primark, Topshop, Forever 21, basically anywhere that broke high school and college students want to shop. They're trendy places, they are inexpensive, and they have lots and lots of merchandise. So if you're anything like me, fast fashion kind of encompasses everything that you want to wear and everywhere that you shop. Now I know what you're thinking. So what? Who cares if I want to buy cute clothes at an inexpensive price? And you know what? I totally understand, because I felt the exact same way for a really, really long time. I mean, I even worked in fast fashion for over a year at a job that I hated just so that I could get the extra discount. What even is that? So believe me, when I say I know what you're going through, I get it. I really do. How on earth are we supposed to follow the trends if we're not shopping at these places, right? But you see, that's the problem. We shouldn't have to be following trends. I'll give you an example. Zara, which is one of the more expensive of fast fashion, I mean, you can walk out of there with a blouse for $100. Well, every Zara item has an average life of 2 weeks. Think about how little time and effort is going into fashion. So let's say you have this beautiful, on-trend, awesome pair of shoes that you bought at Zara. So it takes less than 2 weeks for those pair of Zara shoes to get designed, manufactured, shipped all over the world, and then get into your hands. That's their business plan. That's their strategic planning model. They want to spend no more than 2 weeks producing, designing, and selling an item. Now what this does is it encourages trends. But what trends do is they force you to buy things you wouldn't necessarily want to buy. About 4 months ago, I was looking through my clothes, my piles and piles of clothes, and thinking, I have nothing to wear. And I've heard this same sentiment from girls all over the place. Oh, I have nothing to wear. I don't know what to do. I don't like any of my clothes. And the reason behind that is because we shop trends, which are encouraged by places like H&M and Forever 21. They make a buck on you wanting to be fashionable and you wanting to be stylish. And granted, I'm never going to want to stop being fashionable. Personal style is important to me, and it is a huge part of who I am. It's an art to me. But I don't want to be forced to buy things just because they're cool. Especially because then what you end up with is clothes that, one, don't necessarily look good on your body type. They kind of just look good on the hanger. And two, clothes that are going to go out of style really, really fast. If you read fashion magazines like I do, you'll see that every single month there's something else that they're telling you to buy. Now, I'm not talking about the big magazines like Vogue and Harper's Bazaar. I'm talking about like Nylon and Cosmopolitan. Every month it's something new. 1 month it's the fuzzy sweater. 1 month it is denim on denim. Don't even get me started on that trend. Trends are always changing, and they do that on purpose. The big fast fashion stores make a huge amount of money if you keep coming back for more trends. So they manufacture them. Have you ever noticed when you're walking down the street that a trend can go from 0 to 60 in like 2 weeks? That's purposeful. They want you to purchase this thing that maybe like Rihanna's wearing, or Beyonce's wearing, or Cara Delevingne. Is that how you say it? I can never say her name. They focus on what these trendsetters are wearing, and they produce them in mass quantities. And I'm not talking about like 50 pieces of clothing here and 50 pieces of clothing there. I'm talking about hundreds and thousands of this same item of clothing. It's supposed to reflect who you are, and it's not supposed to reflect some fleeting trend that you see on the street. I cannot even begin to tell you how frustrated trends make me. and how frustrated it made me when I realized that places like H&M and Forever 21 and Primark and Topshop and ASOS were just taking advantage of us. There is a human need to fit in. There's a human need to follow the leader, as much as we hate to admit it. And they're capitalizing on that, and that makes me really angry. And it would be one thing if they are capitalizing on this and giving us high quality clothes. But the thing is, they don't want to give us high quality clothes. If they give us a sweater that lasts for 5 years, that is timeless, we're not going to go back and buy more clothing. So it's this whole cycle of trickery, which makes me mad, so I hope it makes you mad, because I don't want to be tricked by these corporate people who are just using us to make an extra buck. So yes, that H&M shirt might be $6, but it's worth far less. Think about it. Why should you have a shirt that costs $6 when it has to be shipped all around the world? Materials have to be purchased, people have to make it and get paid to make it, and then somehow it has to end up at your doorstep. How does that even make sense? It doesn't. It only makes sense because these are incredibly low quality items. Now, am I suggesting that you just completely stop shopping or wearing clothes or throw out all your clothes? No. I haven't gone shopping for fast fashion in 4 months, which I know does not sound like a lot, but I was shopping like once a week. At least. I would be proud of myself if I made it a week without shopping, which is incredibly unhealthy and really bad for your wallet. Let's be real, it's really bad for your wallet. Those little purchases, those $10 shirts and those like $17 shoes, they really add up. They add up a lot more than if you're just buying quality pieces that you really truly loved. So I'm not suggesting that you just throw out your whole wardrobe. What I'm suggesting is you start making better purchasing habits, like I've been doing. And it's really, really helped me to focus in on the things that I truly want. So I will bypass the like pink fuzzy sweater that's in, and instead get the jacket that fits me really well and makes me feel really confident. Trust me, it's better to buy things that are going to last you a long time and that you actually like. It's better to not let yourself get manipulated by these giant companies who want nothing more than to make a buck off of the fact that you want to be fashionable. So next time you walk past a big fast fashion store, think before you give your hard-earned money to these people. Think about instead giving your money to a company that treats their workers right and has factories that are conscious and has production methods that are conscious to the world and the environment. We have so little opportunities to actually make an impact on the world ourselves. If you can cut down your consumption costs and your consumption habits, you're both doing a good for you and doing a good for the world. And hey, if you want things that are trendy or things that are kind of out there, try going to a thrift store. They're all over the place. And thrift stores, like, you can find some really great stuff, and oftentimes it's way more inexpensive than getting them at H&M. In fact, you can find H&M or Forever 21 or any other fast fashion stuff. That's often at places like the Goodwill and the Buffalo Exchange. You can find those there. You can find on-trend pieces for cheaper that have already been owned by someone else, so that there's a lot less guilt attached to them and a lot less guilt in your wallet. So I know I've just really given you a brief overview about why you shouldn't participate in fast fashion, but I just wanted to get this out there because it's something that I really care deeply about, and I'm making a lot of conscious changes in my behaviors and my shopping habits because I know it's better for me and I know it's better for the world. So if you're like me, and you often look at all of your clothes and think, I have nothing to wear, then maybe what you should do is start buying things that you truly like instead of following trends. And to do that, you've got to stop shopping at fast fashion retailers. Stop supporting these places. Stop shopping at these places that treat their workers horribly, that horribly pollute the environment, and that want nothing more than to make a buck off of you. And start shopping for yourself, for things you love and make you feel good about yourself and make you look in the mirror and be like, ooh, damn, because that is how style should make you feel. Start building up a closet filled with things that you truly want to wear, instead of buying things that you might wear once or twice, or buying things just because, oh, it's only $6, what harm can it do? Because it can do harm. It does harm to your wallet and to the environment and the people in the world. So trust me when I say that you should just say no to fast fashion. Making this change and shopping more for me and less for trends has changed my life dramatically and has made me a much happier person. And I know that you guys can do it too. So kick that shopping habit to the curb and start buying things that you actually love and that you could love for years and years to come. Thanks so much for checking out this video. I will link some more information below if you're interested in learning more about it, including some books and literature. Stay tuned in the coming weeks for more videos on this subject and other parts of minimalist fashion. And thank you so much for joining me on my first ever episode of Project Minimal.